Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well tonight. I told you guys that I would bring you this video 100,000% that you guys would receive this video tonight. It has been long overdue, and I guess what I asked from you guys tonight is, just try your best to take in some of this stuff. Everything I'm going to talk about tonight with these cards, it doesn't mean you have to do it. A lot of the guys who went on a higher budget have been asked me to make a video about how to trade with these cards. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's a lot of ways you can trade with icons. There's actually a ton. There's a lot of different ways that you guys can go about it. I tried to make a video before talking about, the concepts of icons. Tonight, what I want to focus on with you guys is icon trading and just kind of like the process of how it works. Walk you guys through a few things that I do when I trade for icons or when I look at icons. And talk to you guys about times of the weeks that icons can go up and things like that. Because realistically, if you watch tonight's video and you take one thing away from it, it's the times of the week that icons go up. And I'm going to come out and say it right now. Guys, icons go really high. Really, really, really high. Well, this is actually really low right now. Let me see this. So this would be another example of something that's actually dropping right now. I'm sorry. Guys. I'm watching this because this is interesting, right? The ball, it's interesting, right? Because this card earlier got up to like almost 800. And now he's back down to 735. So this is another example of potential trading methods and things like that. I think some point today he was up at like 780. Not really. Kind of down to 730. He wasn't really selling there. Sorry, I get so distracted. So what we're going to do, guys, tonight is I'm going to walk you guys through a few trends. Now, trend number one. Guys, icons are highest on Thursday nights and Friday nights. And you may ask, why? Why is an icon the highest on those 2 days of the week? The reason is, okay, it's a rewards day / weekend league. A lot of the time what people have to do is they have to panic buy or end up having to slot in icons into their squads. That's usually how it works. So you will see for the weekend league, people trying to play with the best team possible. A lot of people will slide in an icon into their starting 11. It is something that we see almost every single time with the icons. So what you guys can do is use that trend to your advantage. Let me give you an easy example right away of something that I would show you. Right? 89 Kaká. Okay, this card was 115 last weekend on Friday night. Right now, he's 107. And honestly, earlier, he didn't even sell at 105. So you can use this information to try to get a deal on him, right? Because the reality is, if this is the number one. If you want icons for your teams, you guys got to stop buying them on Thursday, Fridays. You buy them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you can either make coins or keep them for the weekend league. And it's just a weekly cycle. It's very similar to the meta golds in the regard of how you can trade with them. But I think this is number one of utmost importance for the weekend league. Roy Keane is a player. I'm going to link it to you guys. I mean, I'm going to show you a lot more than this tonight. Roy Keane, 88 and 86, is a player of prime example of an amazing icon to trade on weekends. Okay, this guy goes up to like 580 on Friday nights, 585. People always end up panic buying this guy. Now, his demand's a little bit less now because of the icon swaps. He's at 535 right now, and that means it's not even selling. So he's probably been 510 or 515 at a point today. But you guys, I think a lot of you guys are more, you guys are more into the daily fluctuations. So there's a lot of different cards you guys can do with. I trade with this Deco 87 a ton. And the reason for it is that I really enjoy trading with icons that don't have a lot of tax because they actually fluctuate the same percentages as higher tier icons, but you don't get hit with a tax. So for example, I flip Deco on the daily, probably from like 240 to 260 every day. The way that icons work a lot of the time is this, guys. So everybody wants an icon for their team. Now, what you guys can see is that Deco right now is about 260K and he's not selling. Now, I would say he probably sold at the highest today at 270. This was an open bid that was probably, was up for the whole hour. I'm sure a little while ago, because of this bid, there were some other bids that were lower. Usually when you have an open bid, it kind of, a lot of people who say want that 87 Deco, they won't touch the buy nows. They'll wait for the open bid. So a lot of the time, when you're trading icons or you're looking for a deal, the open bid is your best friend because the open bid keeps the card alive for the hour. It almost lets every single buyer on the market say, wait, I'm going to go in that open bid. No one's going to see it, but everybody's watching it. So that's a really good example of icon trading, right, and flipping. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys a few things that I do. So I use this filter a lot. This is a fresh filter. So fresh icons sell for more. If you get a card with 0 games played and, anything like that, it's always going to hold higher value because people like buying brand new cards. I've already talked about this. I have an example of it with condoms. I don't need to talk about that, but it's a very true example. So a lot of the time, say I'm hopping on, I do this around like when they drop marquee matchups or they drop anything with large pack supply. I always put the basic filter on, and I go over to the 59th minute. Now, what the 59th minute is you're scrolling across, either on mobile, web app, or the console. And what this does is it gives you the highest chance of finding a deal. You basically get the most recently listed icons on the market. Is kind of what this does for you. So you'll be able to find the cards that are just listed, and it'll take you there. So for example, we've got a Skulls 89 fresh at 474. It's not a very good deal, right? You guys can obviously tell that doesn't do anything for us. But sometimes just hopping on and adding a few of these, hitting this a few times is a good way to get into it. I want to see what that 220 was. Hold on. What was that 220 bid? This was a 86 Vieri, so that's not good. So yeah, I mean that's a big thing you guys can do. And I'll tell you this: from Monday to Thursday, icons are great to on open bid on, because a lot of people don't buy cards on Monday to Thursday. It's a buyer. A lot of the time, the weekend is a very heavy buyer's market, in my experience. So a lot of the time you can get a lot of deals on bid on the weekdays. You cannot get deals on bid on the weekends on the icons. Everybody's bidding on the weekends. So just keep that in mind. So I do that filter a good amount of the time, but I think obviously you guys want to know a little bit about how to trade with icons. Now, obviously there's no magic that I can put out for you guys. I think what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to try to get over to the 59th minute right now with you guys. I don't know how long this is going to take with this filter. I have to see based on this. Now, the reason I'm going to go to the 59th minute is I want to not to snipe icons. I'm not a big guy in terms of sniping icons. I don't really love like the whole concept of sitting there all day and sniping icons. That's not really my thing. I like to watch icons for trends. I like to take advantage and execute nice trends. That's what I trade icons for, and that's what you guys should look to trade icons for. You guys should be looking at the daily trends and the daily fluctuations that these guys have. So what I'm going to do with you guys right now, we're going to just get over to the 59th minute. It's going to take a minute. Obviously, this is not like an easy process to do. This takes forever. It is a lot faster on companion app and mobile app and whatever, companion app, web app. It's probably the same thing. But I want to do this so we can I can show you guys on the 59th minute some potentially good deals. That's kind of what I want to show you guys. And I think a lot of you should understand, again, this trend that I had talked about earlier, that cards sell higher on weekends. This for icons is like religion. Like, this is 100%. I know some weeks with the gold and some weeks with the special cards, it doesn't really work out. Every single weekend, icons sell high compared to their Monday, Tuesday, Sunday price, realistically. I think that's, in my experience, icons are some of the safest ways to make coins on weekends, because you can invest or pick them up, and usually you can use them in a team Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then when it's time for Weekend League, you go into Weekend League with your normal team, and you sell those icons for profit. My biggest tip, guys, to you who are in the market in general, if you're not spending your coins before Weekend League rewards, you are wasting your time on a road to glory. You are, in my opinion. And I know it takes balls, and I know it takes the push factor to do that, to branch out. If you've never traded before, it's scary. But you need to do it, because everybody purchases these meta cards, and they just go up on weekends. So usually Tuesday, Wednesdays are really safe buy time. As you guys watch my Road to Glory videos every day, I really do wait until like Wednesday to buy cards for Weekend League. You know that. You guys know, even if I have to buy high, I don't care, because I don't like buying before EA could potentially crash the market. I hate it. So sometimes we know that it's going to be, that's the shout. So Lampard 380, that's not special. Skulls at 452, not special there either. We're going to look for here for a second. I want to talk about a few of these cards. All right, so that Roy Keane is not a bad card to maybe talk about. So that Roy Keane at 320. Let's take a look at some of the others that are on the market. So we got 332, we got 333, and we got 340s overnight. So initially what you guys see, and this is what I want to talk to you guys about. So right away, what you guys can see with Roy Keane. You have overnights, which overnights, if you don't know what overnights, guys, overnights are the card prices that are obviously listed past the 1 hour mark. So overnights keep the card price in check. If a card has high overnights and low hourly, there's a good chance that he will rise or rebound a lot, if that makes sense. So let me give you an example. If these overnights were 380 and Keane is 330 right now, and Keane usually is like 340, 350, there's a chance that Keane is going to rebound pretty nicely because his overnights are high. At the moment, his overnights are at 340. So here we've got a Roy Keane. This guy sells religiously on weekends. Religiously, guys, Roy Keane sells on... Did these just update? I don't know. I don't really know. So anyways, back to Roy Keane. Do we have Roy Keane? Where the hell is Roy Keane here? All right, Roy Keane on weekends, guys, religiously sells at like 350. This 345, 350, this baby. So right away, if you wanted to pick this card up and potentially make some profit, you probably could on the weekend. That's not really the concept of icon trading, but you probably could. So as you guys can see, 337, there was probably an hour that you could sell him at 350, and then today he was 322. Now, you guys can see today, right now he's 335. That's where he's at the moment, but earlier, right, 310. So if you buy something at 310 and you sell at 335, how many coins is that? 10,000 coins. Now, my point is, these low points on flipping aren't always the low points. These cards usually go lower than the low points. And my example of what I'm showing you right now is this Roy Keane at 320. This is an undercut, right? He has listed the card 11,000 coins cheaper than the cheapest buy now. That's a hefty little undercut. It's a low-key little undercut. Now, obviously, there's a lot at 340, so you're not going to get more than 340 for Roy Keane. But with this undercut, what he's doing is he's allowing for, if this card doesn't sell, another undercut by 10K, because a 10K undercut that doesn't sell will cause a little bit of panic for a Roy Keane baby owner. So again, right now, you'd look to get this card at 310 or 305. That would be the undercut that you look for, and maybe you're just watching Roy Keane for like an hour or so. That's kind of like what I would be, looking into. Are these updating right now? I can't even tell if these are updating at the moment. I don't think so. Let me see if I can compare price, because I know they patched this like a year ago, but I don't know on console if it works or not. Yeah, they've patched this. So that's basically the concept of like the fluctuation, guys. What we can do right now is look at anything in general. And guys, look, the first video I did on this, a lot of people in the comments were like, Nick, you didn't buy an icon all video. It's not going to happen like that, guys, because I don't know. I'm not always like 100% going to get a deal right when I'm trying to demo something. I'm just trying to show you guys the concept of how this stuff works. You guys see every day I talk about the cards that I'm selling and the cards that I'm flipping. So I'm just going to look here with you guys for a minute. If there's any bids here that look potentially inviting, that's kind of what I'm going to look at. So not really interested in Nedved, Henry, not too interested there. I think also something that you guys can do that I never really talk about too much, but sometimes to sort these a little bit easier, you can do like filters based on the position. So we can do a midfield filter here. And if we do a midfield filter, obviously you guys can see sometimes you can get to the 59th minute a little bit quicker. Now, again, guys, icon trading is not all about the 59th minute. A lot of people say, hey, I got this snipe. Look at my snipe, or like flexing it. It's not, man. A lot of this stuff is about fluctuations. And the way that you guys can do that is using websites like Flippin or using your watch list. This is what I 100% recommend to you guys. If you're on the icon market and you want to get into this market, just start watching icons. Start watching at certain times of the day when they sell. Start watching every day they're low. Start watching their high. If you guys want to get into this, just spend a week watching like 15 icons on your budget and just kind of seeing where they go at the highs, where they go at the low. I know you guys don't have time all day, but just hop on your app, man, check a few times a day. Go on and say, hey, at this time, what is this guy selling for? And I think that's a really good way for you guys to kind of start off and potentially get a few deals, man. I mean, that's the best way to do it, is just kind of watching the cards. So anything here, that Gerard is not bad. No, it's pretty bad. Wait, 455 right now. So he's 468. This guy sold at 500 this weekend. So as you guys can see, Gerard looks really, really, really good for an undercut right now, because he's got a 459. He's got a 455. He's got a bid at 440, which is also pretty good. So Gerard actually looks pretty solid at the moment. I have to say that, boys. Gerard looks pretty good. Gerard would be a card right now that you would be watching for that potential undercut. And as you guys can see here, I just sold Gerard last night at 480 overnight. So if you got one at 440, that's a 15,000 coin profit if you could sell it at 480. And you can see here his overnights are 495, 500, and 490. So that's not a bad card to potentially pick up. I'll show you guys another one. This Cliver yesterday, I bought 4 at 330. This is something to consider right here, right? Let's watch this. So this has 8 minutes left. Now, his overnights are 362, which means you could probably sell them at 350 to 360. There's a 340 bin sitting on the market, and then there's a 328 bid. Now, if I could win this at 330, that would be really good. That's where I won him yesterday and flipped him. 335 and under. If you look at the daily prices, you've got 344 for Cliver today. That's the daily average price of 344. For today, that's what they have him. And then if you look at the hourlies, there was an hour he hit 355. That right there is your bingo. That's where you're trying to sell. So you're trying to see right here, 326. Some point this morning. I don't know when that was, but that was beautiful. And then you could see right after that, 347. So that's really what you're looking for. It's like these cards, this is a 15K tax card. this is amazing because that 326, you probably were able to see some 320s, and if you could sell it at 350, it's like 15,000 coins a card. So we'll experiment with this Clivert. We'll see if we win him on bid. I could probably overnight this dude for 355. So if we won it at 330, it's about 10,000 coins. But if you're working with a little bit of a budget, there's nothing to complain about. I mean, 10K is great. Honestly, 10K is fantastic. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like drafting this, guys. I don't really have like a set way to make this video because a lot of icon trading is really improv. Like you have to like at the spot just adapt to whatever's going on. So I'm going over to the 59th minute right now for you guys to kind of show you guys prices right now. I don't know. I haven't been on the icon market today. So when I go to the 59th minute, what it will do is it will most likely show me a lot of the cheapest listings because obviously the 59th minute is going to be the most recent listings. And if you want to sell a card, you've got to list it as the cheapest on the market. So a lot of the time, that's how it works. So we've added one to our bid list. That will be pretty good. We'll see how we do. And we'll see if we can experiment with some icon bids, man. I'll take a look in a second if there's any bids on the market. This is also a slower time on the market. Usually people aren't on at this time too much. So maybe we can find a deal there. Rui Costa, 270. Guardiola, that's not very good. So you guys know, if you're watching me right now, I know all these prices already. I don't need any flipping. I don't need anything to look. So I know a lot of these prices, so I can tell you if any of these are good. None of those are good. So another thing, right, we could just go to forwards for a sec. This might take a little bit less time, but we can go to forwards. And we'll see if we find any deals here. And a lot of the time, guys, it just takes time and effort, man, to watch icons. Now, the trend stuff, that doesn't take time. If you're going to sit here all day and go to the 59th minute, that takes a lot of time. I don't do that all day. I don't have time for that. But that does take a lot of time, guys. So, yeah. So we'll go to the 59th minute right now. That's currently what we're doing. And we'll see if we can find anything. This is under the attacking filter. So positional filters, what they do, you guys can see we're getting there a lot quicker than when we were on the all filter, right? It's going to get us there a lot faster, guys. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. That's what I'm after. So let's see if we can get there, boys. We are almost there. I think we're there right now. So we're here. We got to act quick, and this is a lot of the time here. But let's see. 500K for Sanchez. Okay, that's not good. So we got a 400K bid here on Sanchez. Something to watch out for. He's got 5. Okay, this is something to watch right here. You guys see this? See those start prices? Those are really nice start prices. So Sanchez is 500 at the moment. We've got a bid coming up in 3 minutes. So let's see with Hugo Sanchez what his price has been today. I haven't been watching him. I know that this guy on weekend sells for 540. Last weekend, that's where I sold him. Let's see if it shows. No, it doesn't even. I got a 540 for him on Friday night, though. So 490 today was the average price. He's hit 510 right now, and he was 480 at an hour today. So tax at 510 is 25K. That's going to knock this off to about 485, I think, if my math is right. Yeah, that's right. So 470 was your ideal price today, right? It's not a lot of coins, but what we can do, guys, is we can watch this now. He's 500 at the moment, so he's not high, but he's on the he's not high, he's not low, but we do have an open bid upcoming, and there's a chance that if that open bid gets a little bit higher than what that guy wants, well, maybe we could win him. So we'll see what's up, guys. We will see what's up, guys. We will see what's up. So right now, I'm putting on a defender filter, guys. I'm just trying to find a deal for you guys or trying to show you guys the process of what I would do or how I would go about picking up an icon. So nothing here on the defender filter. A lot of it is just looking, as I said. Although that 91 Baresi at 380. This guy sells at 420 on weekends. So obviously today he's 380. But again, that filters into my concept of like, you guys can definitely, okay, this is actually good. We got to get on the bids right now. Okay, so Puyol. All right, Puyol sells at like 300 all the time, 295. So you can really sell this dude for the most part at like 297. I sell him at, I buy this guy at 275 basically, and I sell him at 298, which is like after tax, like I think that's a little bit less than 15K. I'm not sure though. So we'll see what's up. Let's open up the bids real quick, guys, just to kind of get that going, because like at the moment it looks like there's a lot of bids. We'll see if we see anything there. Nothing so far. Gigs at 305. That's too high, man. That's really high. The market is also doing well today, guys. So it's like another thing of like I have to sit here and adapt a bit because the market is really high. Okay, so let's watch this. Let's watch this right here. That's right. Let's watch this guy. And let's compare price with this Roy Keane because maybe this Roy Keane has an undercut. No, it's not yet. Hold up. Let's just add a few icons to our watch list, guys. Okay, 430. No, not good. Is this fresh, though? Okay, that's fresh. This guy, I got to check on his price, man. I haven't watched this guy's price in a while. 430 might be good, though. Let me see. So he's 460 right now. Today he was 445. He's 460 at the moment. hourly today, he hit 455 a bunch of times. He also hit 445. This is a really push deal. It's fresh. So let me show you something right now. Like, that's a really average deal is what I'm going to warn you guys about right there. So that Roy Keane at 320 got bought. Wow, that Paulo Dybala didn't get bought. Okay, 754. I'm going to watch this too. Sorry, guys. I know this is not an icon video, but 749. All right, so we keep looking. All right, so Hugo Sanchez, we talked about this card, guys. I'm okay paying up to like 470 for this guy. Now, the good news is for the hour, you see that these two are available on small bids. People may wait to go get those if this bid runs higher. That's what I'm saying to you guys. So we'll bid up a little bit here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bid a bunch of times to see if this guy thinks, potentially that, I don't know, right? But let's do that. Let's bid a few times. And let's see if he hops off it. Now, what's unique? Okay, so we're probably not going to win this. Guys, I'm not overpaying for these cards. Okay, I probably don't want to pay anymore. But again, now you can watch these two bids coming up on the hour because I think you know that you could sell this card at 510 or 505 at the highest time per day, which right now is not good because you'd want to get anything under 470 realistically. So this Ian Wright at 390 right now. At the moment is 420. Not looking good. That's too many coins. So somebody put a bid on this Hierro. Now, I'm going to show you guys why this Hierro is probably a little bit profitable. This Hierro, most likely, this guy could probably sell at like... Okay, see, now there's a 438. But this is low. This price is really low for him today. This guy could probably overnight this card at 460. So he's going to make like 7K after tax if he's a trader. He might just be putting it in his team. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of how you guys go about it, man. I'm just trying to show you guys the process of, icons and how all this stuff works. I am going to try to see if we can get this. If we got this at 332, I do think that we could sell it at 350. So we'll try to get this. I think it would take some time, but I think we could sell it at 350. 355. So if we got this at 332, we sold it at 355, it's like 6 or 7K. Again, open bids, you never know. Yeah, see, I think this is the point in time where a lot of people are going to be on this video. Guys, it's so hard to explain this stuff, man, because a lot of the time with these cards, I always buy icons, guys, just from, like, knowing prices, right? So I buy them in panic hours a lot, and I buy a lot of fresh icons whenever there's, like, supply. So when there's squad battle rewards, I look on the fresh filter for icons getting listed. So I have a 330. This is like a very average deal if I got it. I'm not buying this anymore because the most I can sell is at 355. That's like 3 freaking K. I don't mind that, but I'm more just trying to kind of instill the concept of how to do all this with you guys and show you guys how I look at cards on the market. So I'm just gonna keep going for a little bit. If we get a deal tonight, we get a deal, and that's how we'll do it, guys. So that's the best I can do, guys. It's not like I can script something happening and us doing really good. Okay, gigs, no, nothing there. So that was the fresh filter. We hop off that. Let me give you an example of another card that I traded last night. Overmars on the sell-off. He dropped down to 280. I bought 3. I sold him at 300 overnight. Right? Now he is all the way up at 305, 310. His overnights are 305. He's 300 plus right now. So that guy is really high at the moment. Let me take a look at some cards that I always just kind of check, and that I do trade with. I trade with Van der Sar a lot, man. He's good to trade with. Holy moly, this guy is low right now. 318. So this is low. This is pretty low for Van der Sar. This guy sells at 350 on weekends, so he's definitely down tonight. So let's take a look at what he was today. Let's take a look at his highs and his lows. Right now, Footman has him at 318. Yesterday, he was 324. Today, he hit 340 as a high, and his low was 319. So he's at one of his low points today. So this would be a card right now that you would add this to your watch list, and you'd watch it. If you get an undercut at 310, it's potentially profitable. The overnights are at 355. The overnights are a little bit... No, this is actually not good. The 329, 328, you don't like that anymore. This guy I sold at 335 today. He sells at 350 on weekends. He's now at 327. So this is a lot of the time will also mess up an icon for an hour. If you see somebody bidding, if somebody bids like that at 324, that's a problem because they're going to mess up the price for the hour. Now he's not going to go under 324. So this one expiring, this guy's literally screwed the price. He also could have just bid on this one, which is really, really stupid. So let's also, you know what I'll do for you guys, man? Let's watch this Puyol, man. So this Puyol is going a little bit higher than we want. So we'll watch those Hugo Sanchez. I don't know if the video is going to make it till that time. Guys, what we'll do is we'll go on the web app real quick. And I'll show you guys a little bit of the concept of like how I navigate stuff on the web app. And just kind of walk you guys through what I do. Because I think a lot of you guys at the end of the day are just clicking on this video to see how I'm trading these icons. And today actually traded a ton of specials. I didn't even touch icons today. So today for me was a day off the icon market. Last week was a big time on the icon market. So we head over to the web app, and as you guys know, I'll do my same filter here. And this time we'll just go positionally. We'll set the max at maybe like 750K, because as you guys know, I told you guys, I really like trading with lower tier icons. I just like these cards because I think that they have ultimately like way better flipping points than a lot of other icons. I think that these guys are just a lot better to trade with. So let's go to the 59th here. Do we see anything we like? We have a Barnes at 540. No, we don't have anything we like. Actually, at this point, the market's probably so rare that if we wanted to, we could actually just go 636, and we could probably search every single type of icon in the game, is what I'm thinking. Now, this may take a little bit longer, but we'll see what we could do. And, you know, bidding with these icons, guys, it takes some effort and some time. I think it's a big deal to want to have to bid on these cards. For me, yeah. Is there an icon or two that you can win a bid? The best kinds of icons to win on bids, guys. That was a nice voice. Okay, I've just been kicked off the web app already. Have I just been kicked off the web app already? All right, guys. Well, that's not good. Is it going to work here? Oh, no. Okay, let's refresh. We might have to go back to console. Now, what I was talking about bids. Bids, the best kinds of bids are the ones with the start prices. The ones with the start prices, guys, phenomenal, right? That stuff is phenomenal. Is this going to work? It works. Okay. So I don't think we're going to do that filter, guys. We're just going to stick to what we were doing because I think it's going to be overload for this. Now, when you guys are going to the 59th minute, let the players load on the page. If you don't let the players load, they're going to literally ban your account. These guys at EA are no joke. I have to do 50 wheel spins a day. It's absurd. So when you guys are doing this, just watch that, okay? Watch these, like, just, I know you guys hate EA, but just be, like, somewhat courteous and respect what they got going on. I don't know, man. Don't respect EA, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so, midfielders, we're going. What I'm going to do after this, too, after this search, I'll see on my trade pile, do I have any icons that I'm, like, flipping? And what did I buy at? So, we'll go ahead and we'll look at that. So, Guardiola, 385. Deco, no, nothing is good here. So this Barnes is at 525. Now, if we went over to flipping, what you guys can do is we can go ahead and check. Does that Barnes, does he sell for anything, right? He was 539. He was 5. Okay, so he was 570 last weekend. So that actually, like, this is a card that maybe he had 550 today. This is not a bad gig if you want it for your team or something like that. I mean, that card, you know, right away, next week in League is probably 570. So if you pick up someone at 525, you know, you want to wait till the weekend, you could probably get on the nighttime for that, like late at night, which is when the market gets rare, like midnight EU time. That's a pretty good flip on a weekend, so you could probably make a cheeky little profit on that, you know. So I'm just pointing out that stuff, man. You can always look ahead at stuff like that. Nothing on that search. Let's flip it up, man. Let's go with some defenders. See if we get anything here. That Coleman is really good to flip as well. He's been a lot worse recently, but I think it's Coleman. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's been worse recently, but he's been good overall to flip. Nothing there. Go back to midfielders. This is a lot of it, guys. It's a lot of grind. It's a lot of just searching for players. A lot of the times when there's not deals, this is how, or like there's not a lot of fluctuations going on, which at the moment, there's just not. There's no panic. There's no promo. There's not a lot of fluctuations with the icons. At the moment, guys, a lot of this stuff is just going to be trying to get deals on these cards. I mean, that's just the reality. I'm not going to milk it any other way to you guys. It's going to be a lot of this is just trying to find deals. So some asshole right now is listing every icon 100K overpriced. He is an absolute imbecile. All right, so I want to show. Did I show you guys the trend of? I don't know if I showed you guys the trend of that Veron. But if I didn't, I'm going to show you guys in one sec because that card moves a ton, man. So that Veron, a lot of the time, guys, will be like the day before rewards, cheapest all week. He'll be like 315. Rewards days, he's like 345. It's like 15K a card, which is really, really nice. And guys, all this stuff, man, with the icons, like the trends and all that, this all applies to like basically every card in the game. Like this is how you trade, I would say, the majority of cards in FIFA. I mean, this is how you trade. You got to watch the fluctuations and you strike when you like your price. I mean, that's a lot of the time how you do navigate these cards. So yeah, I think we'll go over to flipping after the search. There's no real deals right now, guys. It's a Monday night. I don't know. There's just nothing from what I can see. When you look at the top tier cards, you guys could actually see that those kind of, whoa, there's a lot of listings here. Okay, Henry 730. So this guy was 770 last weekend. Not worth it. I bought two at 720 on the Friday, and I sold them at 770. Right now he's 730. So you might be looking for something way cheaper than that. This Puyo went for 286, which in my books is 284, which is way too high. Way too high, right? 280, not really good. No bids there, right? We'll go look at Clivert again. Because Clivert had that. No, so Clivert got bought. Clivert got bought. So 340 got bought. So you guys see what I'm talking about, that Clivert trying to get it at 330? See how he's 360 now? This would be your window to list him. Okay. Somebody listed at 354. All right, well, never mind. There's not much profit there. Tough day on the icon market, boys. Not too much happening at the moment. Although this DVG is looking promising. 490. Okay, so this Hugo Sanchez, man, you got to hope that you don't get bids here. This is the hope. See these bids? 451, 466. We may hang around for these two. All right, here's why. I'm going to show you guys here's why we might hang around. This might be a really long video. I'm sorry, guys. So this... all right, so daily, 490. Last weekend, 520. Lowest price ever, 480. So these are great pickups, man. And you can see today, there's points in the day where you can sell them at 500. You know, so this is at minimum. That should be at least like 10K in my opinion. So we'll hang around. We'll see if we can get those two. Just for you guys, you know, there's probably gonna be somebody that bids, but this is the concept, man. It's a lot of a waiting game and a lot of watching. As I told you guys, a lot of this stuff is watching the market. And a lot of it's adding, man. You guys will see me all the time. If you're watching me on stream, I add so much stuff to my watch list because I'm always just trying to get sell prices for icons, right? I'm trying to see. That's the best thing you guys can do. Once you're adding stuff to your watch list, you know where people are paying in the market for that day. Icons change in price every single day. You guys also got to understand that. Do they follow a similar like pattern of price? Yeah, they do. But every single day, these cards in the market will change prices. I promise you that. Like every single day, these guys will be a different price than yesterday. And you'll say, oh my God, this guy's so high today. Oh my God, this guy's so low today. You know, so we're looking. So this ride card, let me give you an example. 380 right now. So this ride card, guys, last weekend was like, on Friday night was 405K. When I went to sleep, for some reason, he was getting panic sold right before I was going to sleep, and I checked the market. I got like 5 for 360. When Europe woke up on the Saturday, he was 400 again. I'm just kind of showing you guys like trends of these players, man, and I guess moreover of like, and obviously from this video, you're not going to like sit here and just write down the trends that I'm telling you, but it's more to show you guys how much these guys like do move in price. And so I go to the 59th again. A lot of the time I go over there to add the card to my watch list. I don't even buy that much on the 59th. I add the card on my watch list, and then I have it on my watch list. So then when I do want an undercut, the undercut may eventually come, and then we go ahead and we strike. So that would have been really nice if this was an undercut on Barnes. I would have loved if that right there, all right, that would have been beautiful if that was a Barnes at 510. We would have bought it right away. I would have bought it right there on the spot. So on my transfer list right now, we do have a Van der Sar. This was bought at 310. It hasn't sold today. And then we have a Gerard and a Coleman, which I actually bought on Saturday and I've been stuck with. And now you guys can see what I've told you guys is that the Monday prices are a little bit lower. I'm not panic selling them. I'm just holding them, dude. I could probably panic sell them right now and lose 5K a card, but what's the point if you know they're going to be higher later in the week? So a lot of the time, if you get stuck with icons, the best thing to do is to just hold till the times of week where they have demand. So we've got a Burkamp popping up here at 371, which does seem pretty low. He's 395 at the moment. He's got 389s for the overnight. Not looking good. We'll add him to the watch list. We've got a Vieira at 218, right? Not that good. So with the Vieira, you try to get like a 210. And I'll show you guys why these guys are not that good for pickups. So Burkamp 87. This guy at the moment is 379 today. So your price you'd be going for is 350, 360. If you got 360, you know that on the highs you could sell like right now 390 probably. He's 389 is the cheapest. So it's just about that, man. And it's about, you guys can see in this video we've already added like 15 icons to our transfer list. Okay, we'll keep going. We'll keep seeing what we can find, guys. We'll see if we can get anything for you guys tonight. That's the plan. Would love to get something for you guys tonight. Probably going to be my longest video on the YouTube channel ever, but who cares? Right? Who freaking cares? So, 59th minute. Pires not looking good. Nothing here. Nothing. Keen's now 330. That's totally fine with me. Let's go back to our watch list. See an update on the Sanchez's. Do we have any bids? So, this is a really good situation, right? Because there is going to be somebody in the market that wants this card, and he's going to wait for this 451. This card is listed before this 451, so this is the one you strike on because he's not going to strike on this one. He's going to strike on this one. So realistically, you have the safe deal on that 466. That's really what you're looking for there. So I'm actually really excited to see how that goes down with you guys, and we're gonna see how that goes. I think that's gonna be really interesting to see. Can we get that first 466 bid on the Hugo Sanchez, the secured 10K profit, and then can we get the other one as well to go with it? Can we get the Grand Slam? So nothing really here from what I can see. Michael Owen, nothing nuts. I know those guys' prices, that just expired, so things got bought. So Hugo Sanchez got bought at 649. He's been selling at 670 today. So it's not a good deal, but for your team, it's not a bad deal. Overnights are at 700, so maybe he could sell them overnight if he's lucky. Barnes just got bought at 525. Understandable. It was a decent price for your team. Inzaghi got bought at 140, though. I don't watch Inzaghi too much, but that might have been a really good price for him today. No, it was okay. Overnight's at 164. Guys, let's go ahead on Footpin and take a look at that Inzaghi, man. Maybe I should have bought that 85 Inzaghi. Might have been a good deal. I don't know, man. I don't think it was that good. 145 right now. His average price is 146 today. You could have sold it at 152, 155. That was actually not a bad deal, guys, because that card is sellable at 150, which would give you at least 3K. It's not great, but it's a card that doesn't cost a lot. So that was not a terrible deal. That was a pretty bad deal. F it. That was a pretty bad deal. That's why I didn't buy it. If it was a good deal, I would have bought it, guys. I only buy cards that I feel like I'm going to make at least 10,000 coins on. So that's kind of my model with a lot of this. You guys won't see me just buying icons to boost my, whatever it is, to boost my icon sale agenda. It'll most likely be only if I see coins in a card. So Giggs 322. Varane, see, 145 just got listed. That's not fun. We want to watch this Bergkamp. Now, you can see how that Bergkamp got undercut. We want to watch that Bergkamp. Because we want Bergkamp to drop down to that 360, guys. That 360 mark for that Bergkamp, that's striking zone. That's where we're going. Let's go attackers again. We're going to keep looking. We're going to see if we can find anything. So we got a Giggs 328. Larson, no. Stoichkov, no. Let's do our little defender look as well. We're just kind of milking that time, guys, for those bids coming up on those Hugo Sanchez. That's kind of what we're really focused on right now. Just milking that time, boys. Roberto Carlos 540 Maldini. Nope, none of these are good. Guys, there's absolutely no deals right now. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I think what we'll also do on the channel for you guys, man, is at some point I will do a video where, like, I'll record during, like, a really big panic hour and just show you guys me going in on these cards. A lot of time you guys can see it on my live stream, though, man. When there's panic, I'm just buying icons like a dog. So we got a Giggs at 309. You always want to check and see if there's anything relevant. So this one is not fresh, the basic chem style filter. And it's not a good deal either. But we'll see if it sells, right? Skulls at 451. Pretty standard price for Skulls. We can just add it to see if it sells. It doesn't really matter. But just to start getting listing prices. So market is slow right now, man. None of those cards are selling, which is not bad. I mean, to be honest, guys, that's sometimes where you guys will grab some undercuts. If there's nothing selling, a lot of the time you can actually get a nice undercut. It's all about card, guys. Icon market is all about knowing card prices. So this guy right here is a buy when he's 250. Oh, he's 259. Oh God, this guy's kind of low right now. Oh, we got two at 259. So this would be something I would watch right now, man, because this guy does peak on daily at usually like 275. In the recent few days, he has at least 260. Yeah, 264 today. So you'd be going for 250 because there are hours where he hits right here 270. You can get 270 for him. 272, 273. You can get 270 for him. So this would be worth to watch. Just to try to see if that undercut at some point does it come. That undercut, right? That's like what we're looking for at the moment. Do we get that undercut at some point? Does it actually find its way onto the market? Let's keep looking here. 59, 352. Nice, bro. Real nice, dude. I like the trickery there. 271, nothing there. We gotta watch our Sanchez's, boys. Our Sanchez's are coming up. Our Hugo Sanchez's are coming up, boys. We gotta watch those, man. They're coming up, boys. They are coming up, dudes. Don't want to lose that. Don't want to lose sight of that. All right. See, 254. So I'm gonna buy this. That works. I'll take it. Anything else here that we like? So this is not an amazing deal, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm like the man for sniping this. It's not even a snipe. So 254 with a Hunter as well. So, you know, you have some value there as well. With a Hunter, it doesn't hurt. Now, you guys can see that's a very, like, weak undercut. It's like a 4K undercut. We got to see if this gets a bid. But what's important to notice is that he hits every single day. 2 points a day where he hits 270 at least. So, if you're getting it at 254 with a Hunter and a center mid, you could overnight it for like 273. That's what I'll do. I'll list it overnight for 270. I'll list it overnight for 275 because we got a little bit of added value to it. It might get a little bit of a lazy sale. Now, after tax, that's going to be, I think after tax, we'll make like 7 or 8K when that sells. That's not a great snipe, but that I want to show. Oh my God, these, are you guys kidding me? Are you kidding me? They put bids on both. These PlayStation people are crazy. What that shows you guys, that's a trend flip. That's not a snipe. A snipe on the icon market is something that you could list up right away and make coins on. That is my market knowledge of knowing that he is going to go and hit that price at some point. At some point. Like, and that's kind of like the concept of it. That's not really a snipe. And realistically, guys, if I wanted to, and if I wasn't probably doing it for the video, I could have just left that on the market. Realistically, I could have left that and hoped that somebody at some point would come and undercut that one and put a 250 or 240, 245. That would have been like the goal for that card. But we'll deal with it. You know, that's a trend flip. Exactly what I'm saying, though, is guys, you can't just get that card and then list it and make profit. You're gonna have to wait for that trend to fly back up. Now this is something to point out. We've got another Barnes now, 87. All right, at 525. So things could get ugly for that Barnes pretty soon. We'll see if some people start listing him up because we saw today he does hit 545 to 550. You know, on the daily. So if we get anything around 500 to 510 for that, it's gonna look good. So we'll just add it there. We'll add it. This Haji is really good. Every time he hits like 470, 460, you just buy it. He insta sells at 500, man. Like every day. All right, let's take a look at these guys. So the hope is right here. There has been a 490 listed onto the market right here. Okay, the hope is that this guy doesn't outbid us once we bid once. And we overnight him for like 515, I would say. Looking at the overnights, as you guys can see. Now, what will really happen is we're going to find out that we just waited a whole video to get outbid. But you know what, guys? It was worth it. It was worth it to show you guys, I guess the possibilities of all this. And then as you guys can see here, these are all undercutted icons, right? So I will usually keep checking these cards to see if there's any other undercuts. So nothing on the Barnes yet. We'll kind of refresh this because this menu's lag a bit. So we'll place our bid in 1 sec. I always wait, guys. The tip with the bidding is to always wait till like 30 seconds. Always. Always, man. Never bid too early. Always wait till like that 30-second mark. So that one's getting bid a lot, which is not good because this guy on this one is probably going to think he's going to be able to win that other one. Oh, this is not good. I should have waited till 30 seconds. That was really stupid. But we'll see. We basically got it. So this is not good because this one's getting a lot of bids. So this guy is going to probably try to take this one and run. We'll see. We might get lucky. I doubt it, though. I don't think we're going to win this one. The problem is this is going to go higher than this, and then they're going to come back and bid on this. We'll see, though. Knew it. I knew it. You see how this one's going high? So we looked at Hugo Sanchez already. The price that I would be willing to pay up to is probably 475. Based off his trends. Not even, man. I probably wouldn't pay more than like... This is stretching at this price. I don't even like this price right here. Yeah, I'm not even in love with this price, man. It's like flippable, but it's not that many coins, guys. Tax for 500K is 25K. I mean, I've got to be pretty sure that I could sell this card 500, 510, Sunday, let's see it. 505. The market did well today. Yeah, there's a lot of people on these bids. But that's the concept, guys. I mean, that's what I'm looking for right there with that Sanchez. And then you got to take the evaluation. Like, hey, it's not good enough. If something's not good enough, then don't fucking buy it. That's got to be the wave. This is an open bid now. We're going to watch that. Stevie G. Still need that undercut. This hero actually didn't get bought yet, which is surprising. Okay, this is decent. Let's take a look at that. 425 hero. That's not bad, guys. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's potentially profitable. 449 today, 445. Now, 445 means that he's probably hit 450 to 460 today at a point. 455, 456. Sunday, what were his trends? 425, 450, 470. All right. I think that's viable. How many are on the market under that? Okay, there's a 430, there's a 428. Now, what may happen here, guys? As you can see, the overnights are really high. We'll pick this up. I'm okay with that. So, what's getting bid on right here? Okay, we don't care about that. Now, so, what you guys can see off this hero, I showed you guys, 455 to 460 is pretty much his price. You guys can see I'm flipping right now. He's 460. He's 460 on Xbox as well. I do think also this guy's going to have some upward motion just because I think so. So, I'm not against this price at all. I'm actually not against this price. So what we'll do with this hero is we will list it overnight, and you guys can see the cheapest overnight is 480. Now you don't want to list low. Cheapest overnight is 466. You don't want to list low, guys, because if you list low, you're gonna crash the card's price. So what I will do is I will list for 460 for 12 hours, and that was on the market for like 3 minutes, which shows you that it wasn't a snipe. There's no snipe of that card. You can't sell it right now because it's 430. But you're waiting for a trend. So trends take a little bit longer to sell. Obviously, the snipes are going to give the money. But if we listed this at 460 and we bought it at 425, we'll make at least 10,000 coins, which can you really complain about 10K? No, you can't complain about 10K. So that's the reality. Skulls got bought at 451, so the Sanchez's went for 470. If you ask me, guys, pretty mediocre deals there. Nothing that crazy. I'll give you guys a few more searches. We'll see if we can pull anything off. And then we'll call it a night because I don't want to keep you guys here too long. But I just kind of want to show you guys like what I look for and the ways how you do it, because this is literally how I do it. A lot of the time, again, as I said, I won't go over the 59th minute. This is not something that I will always do. A lot of the time, I would just chill, see what pops up, on bids, and just watch cards in that way. So there's some guys listing these cards all overpriced right now. There's also that, so be careful if you guys are hopping onto the market to snipe. There's always going to be that dude that's listing cards extremely overpriced and just kind of being annoying. So always watch out for that guy. There's always that guy on the icon market. So 660, 237. We're also keeping in mind that there could be a Trez relisted for a pretty nice price right now. There's no Trez listed. So we will wait. We will wait, my friends. All right, we're going to do one more search on the midfielders and one more search on the icons and see if we can pull anything. I hope the video helps you guys, man. I mean, this is literally how I look at the icon market. It's a lot about familiarization of prices. That's a big thing with the icons, guys. It's hard to explain other than that. Just understanding prices can really take you far in this market. That is for sure. We'll do an attacker search. Maybe we'll do a defender search for you boys. To top it all off, man. To top it all off, we could do a defender search. See what we get here on the attackers. Hernandez 685. Okay, so he relisted 260. But there's a big bid. So this bid on the Trez could cause a lot of panic. So we'll watch that. That's what I just talked about. When somebody lists a bid for an hour, a lot of the time it will let bins come. And you just clean up the bins for the hour. All right, boys. Nothing to see here. I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go, boys. I want to say thank you guys for watching the video. You guys are legends. Hopefully it helps. If you guys want more of this, just drop a thumbs up. That's really all it takes. If you guys want more of this, just a thumbs up is good enough. And then if you guys want, man, realistically, I could try to do one of these a week for you guys. If you guys really like it, I don't know if this is something you guys are really into, but if you're really into it, so be it. We'll do one of these a week. Yeah, good luck to any of you guys, man. If you're going to try out the market with these cards. Icons are a ton of fun. They're really fun around like panic hours and stuff like that. So those are always really good to do with. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys soon. Peace.